Hello, my friends. How are you doing today? So, you're welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. And today I'm going to make a video about the cheapest properties on for sale that we can find in a town called Agropoli. So, let me say just few things about Agropoli. So, the location. Agropoli is a town in Campania region. It's the first time that I'm gonna cover one town in this beautiful region. Actually, I have to say that is one of my favorite. I love Campania region, with Apulia region. Anyway, Abruzzo, Molise, all these regions, let me say, are all very interesting. Again, there are regions that I know less, more anyway. But so let's start investigating about this town called Agropoli. So Agropoli, we find ourselves in Campania region, Salerno province, that I consider one of the most beautiful provinces in Campania region, even if, for example, I also like a lot Caserta, but let's start investigating. So, this is the town itself. Okay, we can see from Google Maps. I'm gonna zoom out now just to show you. So, it's a town on the sea. It's a very touristic area, one of the most touristic area. Actually, this area here, from the town of Agropoli down here, all this coast, as you see, this is an area in Campania region that we don't have to confuse with Salento, because now Salento is in Apulia region, but this area is called Cilento. Now, if you have a look on the map, for example, here we have Cilento, Agnone Cilento, or we have Prignano Cilento, Ogliastro Cilento. So this area, and is one of the most, with the most beautiful beaches. Anyway, Italy is full of these attractions. So if you love the sea, Agropoli could be the place that is good for you. Now, let me go on Wikipedia. So, for example, here we can see some pictures, okay, of the town of Agropoli. Is this town on this rock, typical town of Campania region on the coast, very, very similar to Amalfi Coast, and also to the islands of Capri or Ischia, if you are familiar with this area of Campania region. So it's like you are feeling the same atmosphere of the Amalfi region, Amalfi area. Okay, so let me go 1 second on Wikipedia just to read few a bit of the description. So Agropoli is a council, is an Italian council of 21,268 inhabitants in Salerno province, Campania region. So what else can we see? That is only 24 meters above the sea level. Obviously, it's a town on the sea. We cannot expect to be at a high altitude. Anyway, it's a very touristic town, and I was curious, to investigate the prices of the properties in this area. For example, what I notice here about, because in Italy it's always important to investigate anyway, the seismicity, the level of earthquakes that, let me say, can affect, because Italy, it's well known. So here it says zone 3, low seismicity, for example. Okay, maybe here you cannot see because I go up. Here it says zone 3. So in Italy there are four zones. Zone 1 is very high. So even being, let me say, close to what we call it the Vesuvius, Napoli area, so it's still considered with a low seismicity. Temperatures, let me say, are the typical temperatures of the south of Italy, with, let me say, December having an average temperature, the maximum average temperature around 12 degrees. The minimum in December is around 5.9. Then January and February, anyway, are the coldest months. Let me say January with 10 degrees and 3.7, the, the average minimum temperature. Okay, after giving you this little description of Agropoli, now let's go on Idealista and let's start searching for what is on sale in Agropoli. Okay, I see that here is showing me straight away a beautiful villa for 500,000, for a bit more than 500,000. But this, for example, now I'm not gonna focus on this, but obviously 12 rooms, we are talking about a big property. Now let's go on the lowest property. Let me see how many properties is showing me on sale. There are 326 houses and flats. Okay. And now, obviously, for example, so you see this property here for 39,150. This is a property that is under an auction. But as you can see, for example, now I'm gonna enter in this property, and if I want to read the pictures, if I want to look at the pictures, okay, let me double click. So as you can see, the properties under auction, they are never showing you. These are just generic pictures, but they're not showing you the property itself, okay? So to look at the property under an auction, you need to register, you need to contact this agency that is advertising the property. They will ask you to pay a fee, and then you have full access. Even if, for example, if you are a foreigner, these websites that are giving you free access to see anyway the condition of the apartment, if the property is occupied, it's all in Italian. So obviously I'm gonna avoid the search of the properties under an auction, simply because it's more complicated. So I will consider to go under an auction if you are already living in Italy, if you are familiar with Italian language. So obviously, but anyway, it's possible to find properties for sale that are not under an auction still for a decent price. Okay, now in this search, I want to avoid flats, penthouses, and duplexes. So I'm going just for houses. I'm just gonna go for houses for sale. And let's see. Let's start from the first. So we have Casale Cascina. So it's a countryside house. In via Crocicchie, Agropoli. Anyway, as we can see, is a stone house, totally in need of renovation. So they probably sell the land. So here, if you want to build your own house, your own, so I would skip this property. Then we have here Casale Cascina in Contrada Vecchia. I wish it's not the same. No. So Contrada, again, means that is a suburban area. So we are not talking about the town itself. So we are talking about the suburban area. I guess here, again, probably they're selling just the plot of land. Yes, we can see very quick from the pictures that is a stone house totally in need of renovation. So the best thing to do is just to demolish the house, get the permission to rebuild a new one, and that's it. So from 39,000 euro, we are already now going up to 70,000 euro. And so in Via Fuonti, in the Fuonti area, again, we are talking about the surrounded area. 2 kilometers from the center, we offer 3,500 square meters of semi-flat agricultural land with a well served by electricity. Probably this is another property where there's no house built. Okay, so we have just an old deposit. Probably there are only 4 pictures, so as I can see, I'll skip to the next. Now, semi-detached house in Contrada Celso, Agropoli, 75,000 euro, 2 rooms, 156 square meters. For sale in Agropoli, we offer a semi-detached house to be renovated, consisting of kitchen, living room. But anyway, even if this is in need of renovation, it's worth it. For example, to have a look at the picture. So semi-detached, because probably this is the other house that is detached too. So let's have a look to the pictures. They're showing 24 pictures. Okay, so here we have the entrance. So there is probably, okay, you have your courtyard. So you have some houses around. This, anyway, is probably, this is the building that is for sale. Anyway, the view is great because I can see there is a great view. I might say it's few kilometers driving from the sea. So we might talk about maybe 5 kilometers. So this is the house itself. Okay, I can see anyway that it's totally in need of renovation. The complex itself doesn't look bad. For example, okay, the price here is 75,000 euro, but if you're dreaming of a countryside life, if you're dreaming to live in a beautiful area, very touristic, if you're dreaming to live close to the sea, so this could be the house that reshaped, renovated, could be the house that is perfect for you. Again, only this one I think is the house for sale. All this complex here doesn't look like. Anyway, there is the road. So there is access, an easy access from the road. What I can see is probably there is a plot of land around. Let me see. Let me read a bit more. So we have pictures from outside. They probably even took the pictures with a drone. So here we enter, and that was probably the courtyard from the right, because here we see the entrance door. Okay, we see an old kitchen with a fireplace. Let me go back 1 second. So actually kitchen, this is, let me say, is more the living room, dining room, the space. Then here we have a small kitchen, because I see this door here, so it's look like a kitchenette, but I don't see the entrance door from here. So then here we have a bedroom. What I noticed, for example, is that the floor wasn't done long time ago. The house looks older, much older than the floor itself. Okay, here we have another room, it's kind of spacious room. That's very interesting. So I see that some works have been done lately. But for example, here, if you are interested to live in such a place and you want to make your own house on your own standard, um, this could has a high potential. This house obviously has to be renovated. For example, even here, if here I see that the bathroom is not in a very bad condition. Here we have a little terrace with a view. Anyway, obviously is in need of restoration, this house. Here I see another terrace. This looks like another terrace. Yes, so basically from this terrace, As I can see, there are a few steps here that are leading to another terrace. Yeah, I can see those steps here. So there are two terraces, one with a shelter, actually, but it looks like the complex itself, because now I need to understand, because they were showing you the entrance from here, but now I need to understand where the terraces are. I'm trying to figure out. This is the property here. I cannot figure out properly where the terraces are. It's a pity that the floor plan is a bit small here. I cannot really read. So there is a basement here. So there are two rooms, kitchen, bathroom. Anyway, let me see. I want to understand now these terraces, because from here I cannot see any terraces. That's the thing. Um, okay, from here I can see that this is one terrace. See yes, the portion of the house for sale is this one. It's actually not too bad. It's actually not too bad. Obviously, this is the type of location that you need a car. If you want to live here, you cannot really, I mean, rely on transports or buses. Anyway, generally in this type of houses in Italy are living people who have their own car and they are not interested. I mean, mobility, you see, it depends a lot. I want to make a video soon about the mobility in Italy, because I was reading yesterday, for example, and I saw there are strikes with the transports, trains, buses. So Italy is a country that one day yes and one day no, there is a strike. So we should be warned a bit about anyway, transportation. To be honest, my personal recommendation is, if you want to relocate to Italy, the best is to always to have your own car, unless you decide to live in a town, in a townhouse. But if you're looking for a house out of the town, a car is a must. Now here I saw another property on sale for 82,000. Why I'm searching on this property? Because it says that it's only 30 square meters. Now 30 square meters is a very small property. Two rooms, made of two rooms, terraced house for sale. Now it looks like an independent house. And now I'm a bit curious. It looks like an independent house, but such a small house, like it looks like there's only one big open space with a kitchen, with the bed here, with the dining table here, probably. Uh, but for example, here, okay, the quality of the picture, as we can see, is very low, but we have a beautiful view to the sea. Okay, now I don't understand. I am already missing, because I see this table here, and now it looks like it's a different table from this one, unless the picture was no, this could be the same table. Let me see, 1 second. Sorry, I go back 1 second, because I cannot understand. They look like different chairs, this type of chairs. Anyway, let's keep looking at the pictures, unless they move it. They show a beautiful view. Okay, the pictures themselves are really not showing the property properly. I find it a bit expensive, to be honest. Now, if talking about 82,000 euro for 30 square meters means the property is a bit high. I'd rather go then for the 75,000, that is 150 square meters, and with some money you can renovate. Now, let's see the next terraced house in Agropoli, 89,000 euro, 8 rooms, 260 square meters, detached villa for sale in the municipality of Cicerale, in Contrada San Felice. So again, we are not in Agropoli town, we are in the surrounding area that we call Contrada. Um, yeah, Contrada, for example. Here we can see San Felice. The property is located on a plot of land. Now, there are only 5 pictures. Okay, here the house, they start building the house, they start building a lovely villa, but it looks like they never ended. So let's go to the next. Now, as we can see, we arrived already at 90,000 euro, for example. So the prices are already not that very cheap. So I consider cheap when a property is between 30, 40, 50, 60, maximum 70,000 euro. Over 70 for me is already not that much cheap. So we are talking about the Italian market. But what I can say is that we are talking about a very touristic area with very high demand during the summery months. Is the location where many Italians are going on holiday, and not only Italians, foreigners from all over the world. Um, I had personally friends, for example, who celebrate their weddings in this area. So there's a very high demand about letting properties, for example, in this area. So at 2 kilometers, let's look at this one for 90,000 euro, 3 rooms, 160 square meters. There are only 4 pictures. They're not showing the house. The house is a stone house, old, that is totally in need of renovation. Here, the risk could be that you totally have to destroy the house and rebuild it from new. Again, it depends what your plans are. uh, we are all different. I will never stop repeating that we all have different goals. So it's not because I'm making these videos that I have to dictate what people like and what people don't like. Here it's simply, I'm making this video simply to have a look together. So I enjoy when people are looking at this video, for example, and they're watching at this video and they're happy to see, because sometimes can be boring to look for properties on your own. You might not be motivated. It's a kind of, so I'm here and I'm trying to do this with you, not for you, but with you, because I'm enjoying myself. And then if people are watching and they enjoy themselves, so it's simply to have an idea here. Nobody wants to make, I don't know, impossible things. It's simply to dream a bit, to enjoy together. So now here, let's go to the next one. We have 100,000 euro house for sale in Contrada San Pietro. Again, we are talking about the suburban area of Agropoli. 3 rooms with 25 square meters of plot of land. Here on this map, they are showing you all the plot of land. In the Guadalupe area, in the Mattine area of the municipality of Agropoli. So it's only an agricultural site. There's no building itself. So I'm wondering how many hectares this property is. So anyway, they're selling 100,000 euro for a plot of land. Sorry, could be very fruitful. Now I don't know, I'm not an expert in fields, in agricultural fields. Now let me see this property that starts looking a bit interesting. Now we have a semi-detached house in Via Madonna del Carmine for 115,000. The price is already dropping 11% to from 129,000. That dropping to 115. So it's 14,000 euro less than the starting price. So I might guess, for example, that you might offer even a tiny bit less, but now I see a lot from here. From I hope you can see the video. It shows that the property is not that bad actually. So there is a road, there are some houses around, there is a lovely garden, there is a plot of land. The house itself, okay, the furniture looks a bit old, but the house itself looks in a very good shape. Here we have one bedroom, here we have another bedroom. That's very interesting. No, what I see, okay, here we have one bathroom, the bathroom. Anyway, here we have the kitchen, dining room. I don't know if it's also partially the living room. Anyway, the square meters, it doesn't say that is very big, but what I see is this beautiful terrace with a lovely view on the hills and the valleys in the surrounding area. I see even a tiny bit of the sea far. Okay, let's enter in this picture. There are 34 pictures. Let me see. What I like, for example, is this type of porch with a terrace. The house looks like it's on two floors. And the price, for example, 115,000 for this type of house that I don't see major works to do. Okay, here, for example, I see another kitchen. It's not the kitchen that I saw from the video, unless there are two properties for sale. So I see the ground floor. Anyway, it's a beautiful house itself. To be honest, with the sea view, it's interesting. I would like to see more pictures with the gate. So here you have your own gate, your own access. So it's surrounded by a fence. You have some trees in your garden. Okay. For example, I see even kind of wheelchair access. That is a plus. So we have the gate for the car and the gate for pedestrian. For let me see. Now the plot of land doesn't look very small. What I see on the ground floor is that there is another. Okay, I'll go to read the description because it's a very interesting property, this one. Because the condition is quite good. I see all the frames are in a good condition. I see more than one bathroom. You see, what we are seeing here on the picture, and this is typical of the Italian houses on sale. I will never stop. I don't understand what type of problems Italian people have, to be honest. Why you are writing to me 66 square meters and three rooms while you are showing me pictures of two bathrooms. I already counted two kitchen, four bedrooms. I mean, it's not matching what they write in the description. But I find this property very, very interesting. Okay, there is kind of outdoor fountain, uh, tap. It's a tap, it's not a fountain. For example, I have a similar tap here on the terrace. In the south of Italy, it's kind of normal to have outdoor taps, in particular if you have or a terrace or a courtyard or a backyard. Now, they are showing lovely pictures. Okay, here we have the floor map. This is the ground floor. So we have the entrance with kitchen, living room, kitchen, dining room. Then we have a little hall with a bathroom and two bedrooms on the ground floor. Then we have stairs. Let me see now. What do I want to understand? Okay, this is the veranda. This is the porch area here. What I want to see now are these stairs where these stairs are leading. because you might have external access to the second floor. Okay, they're not showing. Now, I need to read the description because this house it is interesting, but I want to understand what they are saying. Now, semi-detached with garden in Torchiara, from the Hawks to the sea at 105,000 euros. Contrada Annunziata di Torchiara, just and effectively 6 kilometers from the center of Agropoli. So it's 6 kilometers, might say 5-10 minutes driving, no more or less, from Agropoli. Ground floor, no more than 5-10 minutes. Ground floor of a semi-detached house with independent entrance, surrounded by garden of approximately 230 square meters, wonderful entrance porch, large two-room apartment with accessories for your holidays, for your relaxation. So it seems like they're selling only the ground floor of this property. I don't know whether they were showing as well. They showed two different kitchens. So here should contact and ask. Two floors, three rooms, one bathroom, plot of land, 300 square meter, terrace, parking space included in the price, no heating. Okay, particular. I mean, they build a new house with no heating. I mean, okay, you may enjoy if you enjoy only as a holiday home in for the summer times, perfect. But to be honest, if this is a house where you would like to live all the year around, you have to put an heating system. Now, to build an heating system, obviously, is possible. You have to think about which are all the alternatives. The alternatives for the heating system, for example, is to put or the gas, so to bring the gas, but that could be a bit expensive, or to make a fireplace, for example, or a stove that is gonna heat also the water. So that, or you might think about solar panels and then having electrical heating system. So there are a few different options. A pellet stove. So it depends. Okay, so let me see now again the features, the basic features. Okay. Only the interior of the property is adapted for people with reduced mobility. Anyway, it's an interesting property. It is. I'm not saying no. It's actually nice. The asking price is not really mad for this type of villa, but the problem is what's the story with the second floor? Okay, let's go to the next. Estate in Agropoli. Again, we see a townhouse that is totally in need of renovation. A stone house, sorry, that is totally in need of renovation, not even easy access to the with the street, nothing. Now, here we have Casale Cascina, farmhouse, dropping already 28,000 euro from the asking price. 5 rooms. So, on the Fuonti Hill in the municipality of Agropoli, we offer for sale building with sea view. All I see that the roof is already. The house itself might not look very, very bad. Old stone house that is totally in need of renovation. No, no. I see roof is not in a good condition. So it's more maybe for the plot of land that you have around. Okay, here we have semi-detached house, never finished to build. Um, then we have another farmhouse in Via Fonti, Agropoli. We offer for sale a large farmhouse on 2 levels, completely to be restored. So again, then okay, so here for example we have a detached villa for sale, approximately 85 square meters. Let's see. Okay, this is the type of property, for example, I'm not a fan of this type of detached houses, for example, where they are built in series, but they are not bad. So here I see kind of living room with a dining area and kitchen. Now doesn't look very big. Two rooms, so two rooms but 85 square meters, so it's not really much. So we have a bathroom here. We have two bathrooms because I see this is one bathroom and this is another bathroom. So then we have one bedroom. This is probably the same bedroom. This is another bedroom. Wait, how many bedrooms we have? Yes, this is another bedroom with two single beds. We have a balcony, probably the parking space. So here we have um, okay, so basically here you have the little courtyard. Then here you have the kitchen, dining room, and living room all together with a small bathroom. And then upstairs on the top floor, you have two bedrooms and one bathroom. So this could be a lovely house. I guess it's not far from the sea, this one, because Villa in Via Mattine. I don't think it's that much far from the sea. I think it's quite close to Agropoli. That's why, because the closer we go to Agropoli, obviously, the higher is going to be the price. Now, for example, here 135,000, two rooms, 52 square meters. Sounds a bit small, no? Now, for sale, delightful villa, locality Bay of Trento, Agropoli, situated in a strategic position, both to reach to the sea. Okay, let's enter. Okay, I see only five pictures, for example, here. But because the house is in good condition, it says villa. Now, here we have this living room. Here we have a picture of the bedroom that is not showing much. Here we have a bathroom, small bathroom. Here we have, this is not an attic. This is kind of just under the roof. So it's not a space. You can only use it, for example, as a deposit, as a storage place. Now, let me read the description. Basic features: one floor, 52 square meters, two rooms, one bathroom, parking space, second hand, individual heating, air conditioning, garden. So it's a pity there are no pictures from outside. For sale, delightful villa situated in the strategic position both to reach the sea and to reach the center of Agropoli. In addition to the balcony that runs along the entrance of the house with independent entrance, there is a second entrance that allows direct access to the paved and fenced terrace for the safety of the children and any animals. The house is equipped with all comforts, including air conditioner, a personal attic, and a fenced outdoor shower. Okay, looks like there is one bathroom. Now, an outdoor shower. It's like having a tap outside. I mean, inside the reserved parking with guarded parking space at the bay. So it looks like more a little complex with kind of small villas, let me say. So then we have terraced house in Via Giovanni Giubileo in Agropoli. So here we are already in the town of Agropoli. So we have this type of house. Okay, the house itself looks good. Let me see. I want to see the pictures of this house. Simply, for example, to understand if there is a garden in this type of house. Okay, I see you have your own access. You have your little courtyard in at the entrance. I don't see any green, so I see a paved courtyard with the stairs leading to the entrance. So it's three rooms, 106 square meters for 135,000. The price is not mad, and as far as I can see, the house was built quite recently. So we have a lovely living room space here, dining room and kitchen, divided by this kind of furniture. But so here we are in the living room area part. Then we are in the kitchen. I see already a beautiful view. I see air conditioner here. So for example, this view here, it's nice. I mean, when you're living, if this is the kind of atmosphere that you would like to live, then I see the stairs leading to the second floor, and here I see a door. This could be a bathroom on the ground floor. Let me see. Anyway, all I noticed straight away is that the condition of the house is very good. So, for example, here I like this type of fences that because here you can close during the summertime, keep all the doors open, and make it secure while you're sleeping. So, because it's made of steel, so it's like a gate, so you can close the gate itself, avoid the entrances. Because what I don't like of villas sometimes is that the security. I mean, you are living in an independent place, but this is another topic. Okay, the kitchen looks very good. So yes, probably this here there is a bathroom. Probably here there is a hall with the entrance and straight away with a bathroom on the right once you enter, and then leading to the living room area, kitchen. I don't dislike this property, I have to say. Now I'm curious to see the okay, for example, here we have the bathroom on the ground floor. Okay, it's nice, has everything clean and tidy. I like the view, I have to say. So we are probably here, we are already on the second floor. Uh, Obviously, no furniture. Anyway, this can be one bedroom. I see heating system. I see, anyway, a beautiful view on these hills. Simply, I love it personally. So then here we have another room. So probably was never used to live fully this house because I don't see beds. Then here we have the second bathroom on the second floor. Okay, here you have your own little backyard. That is nice to have. Always nice to have. Very, very nice. I'm wondering the access to the backyard is if it's from the kitchen. Okay, now obviously it's not look after, but the view is beautiful. It's a beautiful view. It's nice that there are surrounding houses, so you are not totally on your own. Probably I just want to see if I see I didn't. Okay, yes. So no, wait. Here is the kitchen. Here is the entrance door. Okay, the entrance door is from the living room, unless this is leading. This is no. This is looks like this is the entrance door. Yes. Now I want to see from the kitchen. Okay, from the kitchen you go to the terrace. Okay, I got it. Nice, beautiful property. I like it. In a good condition. So keys in hand, ready to leave. You only need to buy the furniture. Okay, what else? Let me see one more property because anyway, the budget is already going a bit high. But we saw that anyway in this area houses are quite expensive. So 135, 135. I'd say that from this price, from 130 onward, we start having properties like, let's have a look to this one. Then I think maybe about Agropoli, I should make a video only about houses starting from uh, 150,000 euro, for example, and to see what beautiful properties. Because, for example, this is the type of house that many people might be looking for. It's an independent villa with with your own space, so with views, with palms, looks everything in a good condition. Let me see. Um, it's interesting. It's an interesting property with your backyard, with plants, with fruits, with tree fruits. The house is in a good condition. Lovely veranda. Bedrooms are fine. Everything looks quite fine. So I see already three bedrooms, for example. This is unless, let me see the two beds here. So there are two bedrooms here. Probably they were accommodating as a guest house. Probably to see all these beds means they were already letting this property. I see a bathroom in a decent condition. For example, 150,000 euro, this type of villa. Then, according to my calculation, for example, I'm gonna close with this lovely picture here, and I'm telling you that. So let me say, if I'm letting this property, and I'm able to have a return of 15,000 euro a year, technically I repay back my property in 10 years' time. That we are in the average, because according to my rules, when I pay back a property, if I decide to let the property now, here this could be also the perfect house to live. What I'm saying, you can make it at your own standards. You see the house is already in a good condition. You don't have to worry about the roof. You don't have to worry about many things that might be expensive if you want to renovate, with lovely space around surrounding the house. I mean, you can work on some details if you're buying for you, let me say. If you decide to let this type of property, because has the potential, all the properties in these areas have a huge potential to be, anyway, to be rented out, to be for as a B&B or as a guest house. Again, if I'm able to make a return of 15,000 euro, then I have to add the taxes on top. Maybe I could technically might have a return between, I'm at the maximum, between 12 and 13 years to pay back my property. It all depends how much I'm able to squeeze, obviously. If I'm letting this property, I should investigate then how much is renting, to rent a property in this area for a week, because we all start, for example, to check the price weekly. If you want to rent, you can go on booking.com yourself. So it's not difficult to double match, to match how much you could ask. For example, you are going on booking.com, you are searching for the same type of property. How does it cost to rent a villa for a week? And then you have to consider the months that you can rent this property. Exclude the winter, because I don't see the winter a high potential to let the property. I'd say uh, from April, May, June, July, August, September, mid of October. It depends then. If you're able to attract, for example, foreigner tourists who are coming from Northern European countries, for example, pensioners who are from Sweden or Holland or Germany, who are interested to spend the winter here rather than spending the winter in their own country, because this is another big topic. I mean, I'm very disappointed with the rental market in Italy, because in Italy we make the season very short, very short. If you're talking to Italian people, for us, the rental season is July and August. I mean, that's shocking. How can you have only this in 2 months and pretend to make the income of an year, for example? I mean, technically, people do. That's what Italian people do most. They only rent in July and August, but then they don't see the potential of letting a property April, May, June, where there are tourists, foreigner tourists, for example, who are also interested for a kind of mid-term rental. Let me say, I might find a couple of retiring people who might decide to spend the wintry months here rather than in Sweden, and you may have a return and maybe renting for, I don't know, 500-600 euro a month, and you can keep making yield. I mean, you can make returns. Anyway, my friends, so after with this property up to 150,000 euro, I'm gonna close the video. And so if you enjoyed this video about the cheapest property for sale in Agropoli, put like and subscribe, and I'll see you to my next video on Italy a Place to Love YouTube channel. Bye.